Okay, so what is the first step to adding and subtracting fractions? The first step to adding and subtracting fractions is finding the LCD. So, LCD is the first step to adding and subtracting fractions. For example, we have a circle here, and we're going to cut it into eighths. There we go. We're going to shade in only 1/8 of the circle. For our second circle, we're going to shade in, we're going to cut it in quarts and just shade in 1/4. All right. Now, let's give it some numeric value here. So we have 1/8, and then we have 1/4. Now let's find the LCD here of these two different on two different fractions, unlike fractions. Well, the LCD here is 8. So we multiply our left 1/8 by 1, and then our 1/4 on the right, we're going to multiply by 2. So this gives us 1/8 for our first fraction, and our second fraction is going to equal to 2/8. Now we have a common denominator of 8. Let's move forward here. Let's go straight into numeric values. For example, we have 3/6 plus 2/10 minus 6/18. So we have to find the LCD. All right, let's find the LCD of 6, 10, and 18, which are the common denominators. All right, let's take 6. Well, 6 is going to break down into 2 times 3. That sounds good. Then 10, prime factorization of 10 will be 2 times 5. That looks good. And then 18. All right, that's going to break down into 2 times 9, and then 9 is going to break down to 3 times 3. We're going to bring down this 2 here, leaving us with a prime factorization of 2 times 3 times 3 for 18. So now let's write down all of our prime factorizations and start pulling out the maximum amount of times that each prime appears and combine them to one big multiplication problem. So here we have 2, it comes out one time. Then we have a times 5, that comes out another time. And here we have 3 times 3, which is the maximum amount of times that 3 comes out. The whole number 6, you only get times 3 one time, so that'll get excluded. That does not get included to our multiplication of LCD. So here, let's divide this here. All right, now we got 2 times 5 times 3 times 3, and that gives us a least common denominator of 90. So 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 3 is 9, and then we come here, 10 times 9 is 90. So our LCD is 90. Now we look back in the original problem here. Right now that we've got the LCD of 90, we can now determine, okay, what number can give us 90 when we take a look at the number 10. Well, number 9. So let's multiply 10 by 9, and let's multiply the numerator 2 by 9. All right, now let's take a look at 60. What'll give us 90? Well, if we multiply 6 by, I believe it's 15, right? We'll get 90. So we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 15. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at 18 here. So 18, what'll give us 90? We multiply 5. That'll give us 90. So we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5. All right, let's continue on here. So now we're left with 3 times 15. That'll give us 45. And then 6 times 15 is 90, so 45 over 90. Now 2 times 9 for our second fraction here will give us 18. The denominator, once again, is going to be 90, okay? 10 times 9 is 90. And then 6 times 5 is 30. And for our third and last final fraction, we'll get 30 over 90 because 18 times 5 gives us a denominator of 90. Now we have a common denominator, and that's kind of like what finding the LCD is here. And then is it simple addition and subtraction from that point. Let's give you another example, this time with variables. 6 over 2x minus x. Well, here, the LCD. What is the LCD? So what we're going to do here is have an LCD of 2x. All right? You can clearly see it here. So here we're going to multiply 2x times 1 and 6 by 1. Leave that alone. And here we're going to multiply by 2 for our second fraction. So we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. Looks good there. So now we're left with 6 over 2x, okay, minus 4 over 2x. Now we have a common denominator of 2x.